If lowering your risk of heart disease was as simple as eating different foods, would you do it? Well, you may be able to based on the findings of a new study that you're excited about. New research shows there are a small number of foods that can reduce cardiovascular events. So joining us now to share more is Dr. Majid Basit, your cardiologist with Memorial Hermann. Thanks so much for coming on to talk about this morning.
Amy, I'm excited to share this study. It's called the PURE study. They looked at a whole variety of people from all across the world, and they looked at what they ate. And they looked at heart disease, how long they lived, strokes, heart attacks, and what food specifically made them live longer and healthier.
Okay. And so kind of talk a little bit about that. So this was a long-term study, obviously, if they're
Correct.
Following people. So there are 6 specific foods. Can we get right to what those are?
So it's pretty basic. So fruits and vegetables, lots of fruits and vegetables, 3 to 4 servings a day, and nuts and beans and fish. Lean meats are okay. Even full-fat dairy products, you know, two servings a day is okay. And we'll talk about a little bit about why. You know, think about nuts and dairy products, even full-fat dairy products. They make you full. So when you feel full, you don't want to eat more. So just like with intermittent fasting, you're decreasing your caloric intake throughout the day. So you're eating less, and therefore you're losing weight. You're healthier.
So that's the idea behind all of these and why they are all sort of on that list of things.
Correct. And then the other thing is micronutrients. So anti-inflammatory properties of fruits and vegetables and other foods like fish are going to have some omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. And those are going to help reduce the incidence of heart disease.
Okay, so I'm sure you hear this from patients all the time, you know, when you're trying to talk to them about eating healthy. It's all well and good when you're at home in your own kitchen, and then you leave the house and, you know, on vacation or to go out to eat. I mean, what are some ways that people can stick to this and stick to these foods and stay heart healthy outside of the kitchen?
So no matter where you go, there's always going to be, usually, a healthy option. Even at fast food restaurants, you have to be able to improvise and make those tough decisions. I tell my patients, think about how you feel after you eat the greasy, fatty foods. You feel tired, fatigued, lethargic. Make those choices ahead of time, so you'll feel great after you eat the food. And
stay away from the pasta and the carbs. I didn't see any of those on the list.
No, so the processed carbs are going to be bad for you. And so that's why eating less and eating less of the bad things like the processed carbs are going to help prevent diabetes and gaining weight.
And I think a lot of people, you know, whenever you start talking about what foods are right to eat and fasting and all these different methods that people are doing to, you know, stay healthier and possibly lose weight so that they can become healthier, people say, oh, well, there's all different body types and what works for some may not work for another. But in this study, when they looked at all these different people, no matter who you were, these 6 foods help.
Yes. It's a basic building block of healthy eating. Everybody is different. Nobody is going to have the same food preferences. Not everybody likes certain foods. And so make that decision with your physician, with your family. Find things that work for you and stick to it. The habit forming is the most important thing. So create good habits, and that'll help you for the rest of your life.
All right. I appreciate you for coming in to talk to us about it. It is exciting.